Orange County Registered Digital.
Hello and welcome to the OCVarsity Gridiron Extra. I'm your host, Jonathan Khamis, being joined by Dan Albano and Steve Fryer. We're previewing the second round of the CIF playoffs, specifically the Southern Division and the Southwest Division. Now, I know we already talked about a possible game of the week, but I don't think it gets any better than Villa Park and Buena Park. This is a rematch from last year's game in which Villa Park beat Buena Park 66-40. That's a combined 106 points. Yeah, we were not very good at math. We went to Cal State Fullerton. Dan, quite a matchup we have here. Villa Park, they're rolling. At the same time, Buena Park with a really nice victory against Cypress.
Yeah, they got to have to try to keep that that Buena Park offense off the field. Zach Taylor, Jalen Hawkins, they're running the ball with some running backs, and they have some diverse attack there at Buena Park. So it's going to be a big challenge. I think Navarro, watch out for Navarro and the Villa Park passing attack. A lot of people will think about the Buena Park offense in this game and their pass attack. Navarro and Villa Park's got tons of receivers and big athletic receivers, so that could be an interesting thing to watch.
They also have a running back. His name is Ramon Chavez, and he had 4 touchdowns last week. Steve, could be more of the same.
This game could be a high-scoring game again, like it was last time around. And I saw that Buena Park Cypress game. That was a lot of fun, Jonathan. You and I were there. Boy, Pounds and Hawkins just going at it. But Zach Taylor, that quarterback, at Buena Park, he throws a really catchable ball. That ball seems like floating in the air a long time, but has velocity at the same time. How you do that, I don't know, but somehow he does it. That ball gets there, easy to catch. And then when Hawkins gets it, man, he's taken off. They're an awful lot of fun to watch. Really good offensive line play, a lot of speed on defense. Hey, these Spartans behind us got a lot of speed on defense too.
Yeah, it's going to be quite the matchup. Friday night, Villa Park taking on Buena Park. Hey, Spartans, what do you have to say?
We need to do disciplined football. We need to do our jobs. Contain number 4 is a good player, so we just need to shut him down.
Oh, it's going to be a good one because we haven't really seen like a good passing team in the past couple weeks. We've been facing running teams, and to go against a good receiver, it's going to be really fun. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a big show.
We had a high expectations at the beginning of the season, and we're just doing what we're supposed to be doing, and I feel like everything's like coming together as a unit. Kind of started off slow as a defense in the beginning of the season, and then offense, we kind of start off slow, but everything, we get better and better every week.
There's no question this is the smartest team I've ever had. We've always had intelligent players spotting, but this team, 11 guys on O&D are all intelligent, and when we make adjustments, it's much faster.
Our thanks to Villa Park and the Spartans. Another game in the Southwest Division has Trabuco Hills taking on Corona Del Mar. The Sea Kings going for their 4th straight CIF championship, as we talked about. What do you think here, Dan? What do you like in this game?
Their quarterback they're going with right now is Chase Garbers, sophomore. He seems like he's emerged as a guy. They also have Bush there as well as a quarterback. But Garbers is a guy, and I think he's he's an interesting guy, and he can run the ball too. He's passed it really well against Tustin, and Cole Martin had a nice game against Tustin as well.
The thing that's kind of has me questioning CDM some, and I picked Trabuco and CDM to get this game. Picked Trabuco to beat them. Okay. I think CDM's offense is not as powerful as we've seen the last 3 years when they've won those championships in the Southern Division. Now they're up in the Southwest Division. If they can't match touchdown for touchdown with Trabuco Hills, which a lot of teams can't do, Trabuco's going to win this game.
Wow, yeah. Steve Fryer calling it. The 4-peat ends. Put that on your bulletin board.
But keep in mind, I picked Los Al to win it on the West Valley, guys, so Corona Del Mar, relax. Don't worry about it.
Final division to talk about is the Southern Division, and we're highlighting Rancho, Alamitos, and Westminster. Guys, Rancho beat Saddleback, 50-34 last week. Westminster beat Anaheim 35-9. And a guy we've shouted out on the show is Westminster's Humberto Maciel. He had 3 touchdowns last week. Could be more of the same for Humberto and the rest of his team. Dan.
Well, I wonder what Westminster's thinking. I know what I was. One of the biggest surprises for me on Friday night was seeing the Garden Grove League go 4-0. Westminster might have a slight edge. League champion out of the Golden West League, but they're going to have to play some serious pass defense against Rancho Alamitos.
All right, and another guy we've talked about all year, Steve, is Rancho's Nick Brown, and he had himself a game last week too. 7 touchdown passes, 3 of them to Devin Velez.
Yeah, he's pretty fierce, and we were talking about just a while ago about throwing the football, the edge that it gives you. You got to hang out in the Pac-5 division and the West Valley and all that, you got to throw the ball just to stay in there. But if you can throw the ball in the Southern Division, you don't stay in there, you excel. And if you can throw the ball in the Southern Division, man, that is pretty special stuff. So they look pretty good in that game. But I like Westminster an awful lot. I picked Westminster to play Grove in the final of that, and I'm sticking with that.
A lot of information you guys just gave everybody. I'm trying to take it all in. I hope you guys can too. Our thanks to Dan Albano and Steve Fryer. I'm your host, Jonathan Khamis. And for all your latest football updates, it's crazy. Check out OCVarsity.com Friday night. We got everything you need because it's OCVarsity.com. Where?
We've got you covered.
Yeah, you remembered this week.